I was very disappointed in Glenn Beck. Well, hold up. Because I guess at the very last few minutes of his show yesterday about TikTok, he said he does not support the ban on TikTok. It had this interview with Chip Roy and somebody else, going back and forth, spent the entire show carrying on about what a danger TikTok is. Then at the last few minutes, he said that he doesn't support the ban. So more because he doesn't trust the government's reasoning, and because it gives them I guess the bill gives them a lot of area to mess with you, like on even websites. It's not just about taking TikTok down. It's more than that. It be real infringement. So the problem that bothers me too about this TikTok stuff is that nobody really ever, they always tell you when they're reporting on TikTok how crazy it is, what a spy ring it is, what how people are being manipulated and their data is being gathered. Again, that argument I cannot accept, because again, I saw Northwestern put in blacklisted cameras that were designed exactly for that reason. So when the media that I contacted, and Glenn Beck was one of them, the Blaze was anyway, and they ignore that, and then they carry on about an app, it just shows me that no, this is the app is not some danger here. And Facebook is far worse. But yes, he did. So to his credit, at the very end of the show, he said he cannot support the TikTok ban. So, but we know he was on TikTok a while back. A couple years ago, and then he went off of it. And in my opinion, he went off of it because, I didn't come on to TikTok till later. So TikTok didn't manipulate me in any way. Now TikTok their algorithms are set up so you find like-minded people, okay? But to me, that's not the same thing of what I had experienced when I was on Facebook. And I don't know what they were doing because it was so long ago. I tried twice to go back on it. I just had this bad feeling. I don't know about myself. And I don't know, I can't point to what they were doing, but as I've showed in other videos and other people have, they have manipulated, they have been shown to do social manipulating on Facebook. So to carry on about TikTok is ridiculous. And the only way they can carry on about TikTok is to wrap this China narrative around it, so that they can say we have to keep you safe. If the government would stop keeping Americans safe, I feel like we would be safer. Because I think the people trying to keep us safe are the people that place us in the worst danger. The worst danger for this country is to not allow the millions of Americans that are on TikTok, like me, that are speaking honestly, that are speaking about the truth, that are exercising our free speech. We're not trying to do anything to children. We're trying to bring the truth out. So the very fact that we have so many media and government officials that feel this desire to ban TikTok just shows me who they are. So, because at the drop of a hat, they want to disregard the First Amendment. And that our Constitution cannot function or work when we have people that will do that. There should never be a time, never, I don't care this is the reason why people don't buy this bullshit about an outside country anymore. Because in order to push the narrative that we have to keep you safe, they have to use science and pandemics and viruses we have to do this to you. And we have this outside country that's going to come and get us, so we have to go into war so we can protect you. So it always gives them a reason to then, what they hurt the most is the American people. And the founders of America, the people that wrote the Constitution, did not write it so that it would be so that at certain times you could disregard the First Amendment. No, they did not. They did not design it at all that you could do that. Because if the people are to be in charge, then we have people that are supposed to represent us. There's nobody there that represents the American people. They represent their wallets, they represent whoever they're serving, but they represent a big government, big banks, big associations that give them money. It's their own little club. Like George Carlin said, it's a big club and you ain't in it. So we can't have that anymore. We need to go back to operating where the people are in control. So there is a war going on. We're definitely at war, but we've been at war. It's a covert war that's happening with trying to take the entire Constitution and America's freedoms down. But the last thing we need is any people in Washington focused on wanting to pretend like they don't know that there's millions of Americans on TikTok that are speaking the truth, standing up for the Constitution. And so when you sign your name to wanting to ban that, or you want to promote banning it on your news media platform, then you don't support the Constitution, which shows you are not somebody that should represent the American people, nor should we have media that's going to be like that, because they're representing foreign interests, not necessarily China, just their own interests, let's say. So without having the outside country to constantly tell the American people, they're the danger, this is the danger, then they can't try to take your rights away. Same reason they do it with pandemics and viruses and all this bullshit. It's just a way to take rights away. And they've taken many of our rights away, and we've freely even given them up too many times. So as one of the people said in my comment section yesterday, it's time that we stood in the tyrant's way. And the tyrants are the people in Washington and the media.